Hey everyone, so today we're continuing to look at the new Ram Rampage. This has been a highly anticipated truck launch, and there have been rumors and excitement about a new Ram midsize or compact truck for years, ever since the Dakota was discontinued after 2011. As I've talked about in recent videos, Ram is releasing the 2024 Rampage, specifically designed for South American markets. Now at first reports were saying that this truck was destined for South America only, but now automotive website The Drive has confirmed that the Ram Rampage will be brought to the US market, as they claim a Stellantis informant with inside knowledge says that it will come to North America, with the release scheduled later on in 2023. So we'll have to see what happens there. But either way, more details have been released, so now we can explore everything about this truck, including the design elements, measurements, power output, capability, trim levels, pricing, and more. There are also lots of new photos and videos of the truck for us to see as well. You can find the video outline on screen now, and let's get into it. Let's look at trim levels first. There is pretty familiar linear progression here as you keep adding features and costs for each level. The Rampage Rebel is the so-called base model that costs 239,990 Brazilian reals, which is about $50,000 in USD. We will talk about the specs later in the video, but this has a 2-liter multi-jet turbo diesel with a 9-speed automatic and 4x4, along with lots of safety features, the 12.3-inch Uconnect touchscreen standard, and 17-inch wheels. For 10,000 more reals, or around 2,000 US, you get a Rebel Hurricane which upgrades the engine and gives you a dual exhaust in sport mode. Now for the same price as the Rebel Hurricane, you can get a Laramie turbo diesel, and that will add on leather mounted brown seats, chrome external finishes, and 18-inch diamond rim wheels. The Laramie Hurricane again adds that engine at a cost of 259,990 reals, which is over 54,000 US. The RT is at the top of the lineup, and this costs almost 270,000 reals, or over 56,000 US. This has the Hurricane engine standard, and it's all about being sporty. Inside, the seats are covered in leather and suede with ruby red stitching, along with a sports suspension and a dual exhaust. The 19-inch glossy black rim wheels, RT side badges, and hood graphics all enhance that sporty look. There's also an Elite Pack which costs 6,000 reals or around $1250 US, and this will add the features that are on screen. So the exterior was designed by the Stellantis Design Center of South America, but also in collaboration with North American designers. As we went over, there are 3 major trim levels. They all give me the feel of a smaller version of the Ram 1500 trucks. The base model Rebel is meant to have more of an off-road look, with lots of black finishes, a black bumper and rocker panels, and the familiar trapezoid Rebel grille that won't be found on the other models. The Rebel comes with 17-inch wheels with a cool 2-layered 5-spoke design, with 235/65 R17 all-terrain tires. The step up to the Laramie version looks quite literally like a smaller version of a Ram 1500 Limited, and this one adds lots of chrome and silver finishes, including a chrome slot grille, chrome mirror covers, badges, and door handles, chrome on the rear bumper, and a step up to 18-inch chrome 5-spoke wheels with 235/60 R18 tires. The RT, or the Road and Track, is the premium model, and here premium means sporty. The RT is a really good-looking truck with body-colored fascias and bumpers aside from the glossy black rear bumper. Badges, mirrors, and the grille are black, and the RT goes up an inch to 19-inch wheels with 235/55 R19 tires. It would also seem that the black stripes on the hood come standard as well. Each model gets LED front headlights with dual function projectors for low and high beams, and LED fog lights that even have a cornering function to illuminate curves. One awesome touch is the LED taillights, which feature the USA flag embroidered into the lights. And sticking with the rear of the truck, the beds are also opened electronically with a key button. Next up is the size, an important talking point for compact and mid-sized trucks, and I've displayed all the stats on screen. There's also a comparison to the Ford Maverick, which would be a direct competitor, and the dimensions are pretty similar. And there's also another comparison to the 2011 Dakota, which was the last mid-sized truck from Dodge/Ram. Also of note, this truck is a unibody-based pickup that's based on the platforms of the Brazilian Jeep Compass and Jeep Commander. Now moving inside, the interior of the Rampage seems like a really nice place to be, a good mix of luxury and comfort. First for the seats, the Rebel features black leather, the Laramie comes with brown leather, and the RT version gets perforated leather and suede with red stitching, so that's pretty similar to something you'd find in an SRT Challenger or Charger. Along with the seats, the instrument panel, door panels, armrests, and steering wheel are all wrapped in leather, and some pieces even have soft touch materials. All the trim levels will get the massive 12.3-inch Uconnect media display, which is the largest in its class, with 2 phone wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. They also all have a 10.3-inch digital instrument cluster. Each truck will have dual-zone air conditioning. There is an optional Elite package which adds a 10-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, 6-inch subwoofer, and a 12-way power adjustable driver's and passenger seat for the RTs. You can find 6 USB and USB-C charging ports in the cabin, the most of any compact or medium-sized pickup. They also got creative with what they call a RAM charger, which is a wireless cell phone charger with an air outlet for cooling. The Rampage also has tons of safety features, like 7 airbags, stability control, body roll mitigation, automatic high beam headlight switching, and various driver assist systems like adaptive cruise control with stop and go, forward collision warning with emergency braking and pedestrian and cyclist detection, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic detection, and lane departure warning with lane keeping assist. There's also an auto hold parking brake, and hill start assist and hill descent control. Now we can move on to the performance, which is a big deal because the Rampage is set to become the most powerful pickup truck that's manufactured in South America. First of all the versions have the automatic 4x4 and a low range mode. The 2-liter multi-jet turbo diesel engine is standard in both the Rebel and Laramie. This has an output of 170 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. The engine is built for efficiency, so the performance isn't all that great, with 0 to 60 acceleration in 10.9 seconds and a top speed of just 115 miles per hour. All the models also have the option of the 2-liter Hurricane 4-cylinder turbo engine. This is roughly a $2,000 US equivalent upgrade, or about $10,000 in Brazilian reals, for the Rebel and Laramie. The Hurricane will be the only engine that's offered for the RT though. This engine features a twin-scroll turbocharger, refrigerated EGR system, direct injection, variable valve control, and aluminum construction. This steps up the output to 272 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Performance is a lot better here, with a 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds and a top speed of 137 miles per hour in the RT, with similar performance in the other trim levels. All the Rampages come with a 9-speed automatic, with the familiar rotary selector, along with paddle shifters that are mounted on the steering wheel. As for some other performance features, all the Hurricane-equipped Rampages will get a dual exhaust system. Every trim level also gets a sport button on the steering wheel, and that transforms the digital instrument panel and allows you to change parameters such as throttle, steering feel, gear changes at higher RPMs, and more. And here's a performance chart that outlines some numbers, including the payload capacity of 2,237 pounds for the Hurricane, and if you're wondering, it's 1,654 pounds for the turbo diesel. Now let's look at some other performance features that are more related to capability. The Rampage has independent suspension on all 4 wheels, with McPherson architecture at the front and multi-link at the rear. The RT has the firmest springs and shocks, and the suspension is lowered by 10 millimeters. As for the brakes, the truck has 12-inch front and 12.6-inch rear rotors. Now to talk a bit about the North American market. I did talk about this more in depth in my last Rampage video, but this truck seems primed for a North American return, even if we don't have the full confirmation yet from Stellantis themselves. The midsize/compact segment lumped together has collectively sold over 2.6 million trucks since 2019, and it's growing rapidly, selling 669,000 times last year, so more and more people want smaller trucks with more fuel-efficient engines for urban lifestyles and/or rising gas prices, insurance, and inflation. So it's about time Ram entered the market. The 25% chicken tax on all the light pickup trucks that are imported into the US could be avoided by using the Toluca assembly plant in Mexico, which I brought up earlier. And even former Ram brand CEO Mike Koval Jr. had previously said that this company was actively and aggressively looking at how to get back into the midsize segment, and the new Ram Truck CEO Tim Kuniskis' knowledge and expertise might be able to help get the job done. If Ram does bring this back to the US, the USD price equivalents are way too much though, as Ram USA already has their full-ton pickups in the $50,000 range, like the Laramie and Rebel for example. That conversion price from Brazilian reals to USD doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they would charge here though, especially if they can manufacture it at the Toluca assembly plant in Mexico. This plant already builds the Compass, which shares the platform with the Rampage. But either way, they need to make it cheaper and maybe cut back on features like the 12.3-inch Uconnect touchscreen for base models, like on a Tradesman or a Bighorn. They also have to choose if they want to be a more premium offering with the 4x4 capability, or possibly make a cheaper front-wheel drive version to compete with the Hyundai Santa Fe and Ford Maverick. If they do it right, however, I think this truck can and will be a big success in North America, and it's a fantastic opportunity here to steal away some market share from the other truck brands. Given the success of other compact pickups like the Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz, the Rampage can also be a huge success if it delivers with style, performance, and competitive pricing. So that's the end of this video. Would you be interested in buying a Rampage if it comes to the US? And are you excited to see Ram back in the midsize/compact truck segment once again? Let me know down in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.